Hey folks, as you know, I'm a new motorcycle rider and I'm making mistakes and you don't have to. So check out the new review of Saddlemen Step-Up Seat. This is the Saddlemen Two-Up Seat. Beautiful seat. Like many other seats, this is customizable. You can change the threads, you can change the back, you can change whether you have diamond stitching here or not. You can change the color of the logo and a few other things. So check it out, you can really personalize it. It's not a cheap seat, but is it worth it? Let's find out. Have you ever been riding with someone who has to stop every 25 minutes to take a break because, gas hurts and it stretches their bum cheeks? It's comical to look at, but honestly, when you're planning a motorcycle route, you should plan by curves and entertainment factor, not by stopping distance. And that's where the seat comes in handy. The tall back hugs you during that aggressive open wide throttle. It also gives you something to lean on. In long rides, you can actually lean back, and I found myself sometimes in very long days to even sit back on the passenger side and stretch myself out a lot. Helped a great deal. Now, Saddlemen advertises gel. They put gel under here. You can get gel on the passenger side as well, which I got for my wife for her comfort. On long days, I did a 14-hour day on this seat. Sitting on this seat for a long time, let's say 14 hours, the gel actually prevents hot spots from happening. The other thing you have to know is the seat is not very soft. So if you push on it, you get a little softness, but generally it's a hard seat. And that actually helps. Have you ever sat on Lazy Boy and found how comfortable it is and you shrink in, it's super soft, except 20 minutes later you start to get hot spots and you get itchy and you get sweaty and it's not comfortable. That's why these hard seats are better for touring than soft seats. The hardness and the way it's designed allows you to distribute weight evenly. It's a fairly narrow seat, but it was in my Scout Bobber, so you expect it to be narrow. Saddlemen also has long touring seats like Road Sofa. You might want to take a look at that if you need long touring seats, but I found this to be very good on even very long days. Now, it's designed to be a sports seat. One of the customization you can get is you can get a gripper at the back, which I really don't think is necessary. This works really well. Now, here's a word of caution. Before purchasing this seat, I read a lot of reviews where people were complaining about how uncomfortable the seat was. And that's because it does take about 500 miles to break in. So you do want to give your body some time to get used to the seat. You want to give seat some time to get used to your body. Don't review it right away. Spend that time on the saddle, spend a few hundred kilometers, a few hundred miles, and once the seat breaks in, it becomes ridiculously comfortable. The other thing to notice is it's hard, as we talked about it, but that means it lasts longer. It won't sag and break. I had this seat in my matte black Fender Small Indian Scout Bobber, and if you see closely how this thing moves in, and that's because the parts that touch your fender are these nice rubber things and the leather or vinyl railing over here. So all the inside part doesn't actually touch your fender, and what that means is that even after a month of using this seat, as I remove it, my fender was flawless, as if nothing touched it. And that's what you want. You want to be able to take your seat off and not see scratches. Finally, they didn't use leather. This is high quality vinyl, which means it's practically maintenance free. Some people like the look of leather, but honestly, leather and motorcycles, I'm not sure if they mix very well. Do I recommend this seat? Hell yeah. Yeah, I do. It's a beautiful seat. It looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It goes on a bike really well. You know what? If you want a comfortable seat, I gotta tell you, it's not cheap. It's actually quite expensive, but you spend almost all of your motorcycling time sitting on a seat. So you gotta make sure the seat's very comfortable. If you take a look at this, when I'm riding it, you can see my back's comfortable, even wide open throttle time. I have no issues whatsoever with flying off the bike and having to hold on to the steering. So that's it, folks. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm going to go through them all and answer all the questions I can. The seat, I bought it myself. I'm using it myself, so it's a very unbiased review. No sponsorship. Hope you find it useful. Subscribe. Talk to you later. Ciao.
Hey folks, since I did that review, I ended up returning the seat, and Saddlemen had amazing return policy, great customer service. Not just Saddlemen, but I got it through Dean Speed. Both were absolutely amazing. If you look at how the seat is sitting, you can actually see the red wire underneath, and that bugged the heck out of me. Now, I don't know if that was an issue with my bike. I don't know if the seat was out of tolerance, but either way, I didn't like that part. Contacted Dean Speed, contacted Saddlemen. They gave me a bunch of tips. Nothing worked. They offered to let me return it, and I did. So that was just an update that I wanted to share. full disclosure.